Hi, Aquarius. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, so can we just take a second to acknowledge what you survived? Because I'm pulling your cards today, and the first thing that hit me before I even got through the full shuffle was this energy of someone who went through something that was designed to destroy them and didn't get destroyed, like actually came out the other side, and not just surviving either. Something bigger than that, something that the people who tried to take you down did not see coming. Because what the cards are showing me today is that what they meant as an ambush became the thing that made you. And I need you to really hear that. Because what's in your cards right now is extraordinary. Drop a comment right now and say, I claim it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do that right now and hit the notification bell so you never miss a reading. And give this video a thumbs up because it genuinely helps Moonveil Tarot reach more people who need this message. Okay, so here's how I'm pulling this today. Tarot cards for the structure of what happened and what's happening now. Oracle cards woven in for the specific energy of your transformation. 4 sections. Section 1, what the spiritual ambush actually was. Section 2, what surviving it did to you. Section 3, the celebrity energy that came out of it. And Section 4, what's coming for someone who survived what you survived. Let's pull Section 1. What the spiritual ambush actually was. The moon, the tower, the 5 of swords, and the oracle card, they came for you in the dark. Okay? The moon, the tower, the 5 of swords, and the oracle card, they came for you in the dark. For what the spiritual ambush actually was. And I want to walk through all of these because understanding what you survived matters. The moon first, and the moon is the hidden things card, the things operating in the dark card. And in this position, for what the ambush was, the moon is showing me that what came at you wasn't direct, it wasn't honest. It operated in the shadows, through manipulation, through distortion, through making you question what was real. Like, the moon ambush is the specific kind where you don't even realize you're being attacked because it comes dressed as love or friendship or support. And you were in that. You were navigating something that looked one way on the surface and was something completely different underneath. And the fact that you found your way through the moon's darkness says everything about you than the tower. And the tower in this position is what the ambush did, because they came for the structure of your life, your sense of self, your confidence, your footing. And at some point, things fell. Things that felt like they were holding your world together just fell. And in the moment that probably felt like destruction, like they won, like everything they tried to do to you worked. But here's what the tower actually is. It's the removal of what was false. And everything that fell needed to fall. Because what got built after is what your cards are showing me today. And it's extraordinary. Then the 5 of swords. And the 5 of swords is the aftermath card, the they played dirty card. And in this position, it's showing me that what you went through wasn't fair. They didn't fight clean. There were people who took things, who said things, who did things that were specifically designed to wound you where you were most vulnerable. And the 5 of swords person on the losing end of that, which is where they put you, walks away feeling the specific sting of something that wasn't right. And you felt that, all of it. And you kept going anyway. And that is the part they didn't plan for. And then the oracle card, they came for you in the dark. And your guides named it exactly like that. They came for you in the dark, not in the light where you could see them coming, not in the open where the rules applied. In the dark, where the moon operates, where manipulation lives, where spiritual ambushes happen. And the dark is where a lot of people stay down, where the hit lands hardest and the recovery feels impossible. And you got hit in the dark, and you got back up in the dark, and then you found the light. Drop a comment and say, I survived the dark, because you did. And that's not nothing, that's everything. Section 2, what surviving it did to you. The Judgment card, the Strength card, the Hermit, and the Oracle card. What tried to break you built you instead. Okay. The Judgment card, Strength, the Hermit, and the Oracle card, what tried to break you built you instead, for what surviving the ambush actually did to you. And this section, this is where the story turns Judgment first. And Judgment is the Awakening card. And in this position, for what surviving did to you, Judgment is showing me the moment you woke up, like really woke up, to what was happening, to who people actually were, to what you were capable of, to what you were worth. And the Judgment awakening after a spiritual ambush is one of the most complete kinds of waking up there is. Because it doesn't just show you the people who came for you, it shows you yourself, who you actually are when everything is stripped away. When the performance ends and the real you has to stand up. And the real you stood up, then Strength. And Strength in this position is my favorite card in this reading because Strength isn't the absence of being hurt. Strength is being hurt and keeping going anyway. And what this card is showing me about what surviving did to you is that you found something in yourself that you maybe didn't know was there. A steadiness, a groundedness, a this is not going to take me quality that came directly from having to survive the thing. Like, you couldn't have found that strength in comfortable circumstances. It needed the ambush to reveal it. And the Strength card in this position is the universe saying they thought they were taking something from you. And what actually happened is they showed you what you were made of. And what you're made of is exceptional. Then the Hermit. And the Hermit after the ambush is so specific because the Hermit is the going inward card, the figuring out what's real card. And what this card is showing me is that after the ambush, after the tower fell and the 5 of Swords stung and the moon darkness cleared, you went inward, you got quiet, you stopped performing for people who didn't deserve the performance. And in that quiet, you found something, a clarity, a knowing, a version of yourself that had nothing to prove to anyone. And the Hermit's lantern, the light they carry for themselves in the dark, that's what you built during the quiet. And that light is what became the celebrity energy. And then the Oracle card, what tried to break you built you instead. And your guides said it exactly like that. What tried to break you built you instead. Not what hurt you made you stronger in some vague way. Specifically, what was aimed at your destruction became the material for your construction. And that's not just resilience, that's alchemy. The specific spiritual ability to take something dark and transform it into something luminous. And you did that. Not because you planned to, but because that's who you are. Drop a comment and say what tried to break me built me instead. Because that's your story. And it's one of the most powerful stories there is. Section 3. The celebrity energy that came out of it. The sun, the world, the 6 of Wands, the Empress, and the Oracle card. People are watching how you rise. Okay. The sun, the world, the 6 of Wands, the Empress, and the Oracle card, people are watching how you rise. 5 cards for the celebrity energy. And I need you to really receive every single one of these. The sun first, And the sun after everything in section 1 and section 2, after the moon's darkness and the tower's collapse and the 5 of swords and the hermit's quiet, the sun is the full emergence, the lights fully on version of you. And what the sun in this position is showing me is that what came out of the ambush is someone who shines differently now. Not performing brightness, not trying to seem okay, actually lit from within. And the sun energy is magnetic. It's the specific quality of someone who has been through something real and came out of it not bitter but radiant. And radiance that came from surviving something, that's the rarest kind. Because it can't be faked and people can feel the difference. Then the world, and the world in this position is the completion of the transformation, and not completion like it's over, completion like a full circle, like the ambush that came for you was the beginning of a journey that ends here. At the world card, at wholeness, at having arrived somewhere real. And the world card celebrity is not the kind that comes from performance or from strategy or from being in the right place at the right time. It's the kind that comes from having been tested and not breaking. And people are drawn to that. People want to be around that. People look at someone who has the world card energy and go, I don't know exactly what it is, but there is something about them. And what it is you. Then the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is the victory card, the recognition card. And in this position, it's showing me that what happened to you, the ambush, the darkness, the surviving, people have been watching. And not in a voyeuristic way. In a this person went through something and they're still here way. And the 6 of Wands recognition coming is the universe saying, the watching is about to turn into acknowledgement, into real visible recognition, into people saying out loud what they've been thinking privately, that what you did, surviving what you survived and becoming who you became, is remarkable and it deserves to be said, and it's going to be said. Then the Empress, and the Empress in this position is who you are now on the other side. And the Empress doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't shrink to fit into spaces that were too small for her. She receives, she decides. She exists in her full radiance and lets everything that belongs to her come to her. And what the ambush did, what the narcissists accidentally did by coming for you, is strip away everything that wasn't the Empress, all the people pleasing, all the shrinking, all the performing for an audience that didn't deserve the show. And what's left is her, full, unapologetic, magnetic, and the celebrity energy coming is just the world catching up to what's already true. And then the Oracle card, people are watching how you rise. And your guides are so specific here. People are watching how you rise, not how you fell, not how you got hit, how you rise. Because the falling, everyone saw that. The people who caused it made sure of that. But the rising, that's yours. And the specific way you're rising with the sun's radiance and the world card's completeness and the 6 of Wands recognition and the Empress's full unbothered power, that's what people can't look away from. Drop a comment and say, watch how I rise. Because they are, and what they're about to see is everything. Section 4. What's coming for someone who survived what you survived? The Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Oracle card, the universe owes you a return on what you went through. Okay, Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Oracle card, the universe owes you a return on what you went through for what's coming. And I just need a second with these cards because this combination is extraordinary. Ace of Wands first. And the Ace of Wands is new fire, the ignition card, the something is starting card. And in this position, for what's coming, the Ace of Wands is the beginning of the chapter that the ambush was actually preparing you for. Like everything you went through, everything you built in the Hermit's Quiet, everything the Strength card revealed, it was building towards something. And the Ace of Wands is the something starting, a new creative direction, a new platform, a new expression of who you are that uses everything the ambush couldn't take from you. And what's starting is the thing only you could start, because only you went through what you went through and came out the way you came out. Then the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, after everything in this reading, after the moon's dark and the towers fall and the surviving and the rising, the wheel turning in your favor is not random. It's the universe correcting the trajectory. Like, the wheel went a certain direction during the ambush. Things fell in ways they shouldn't have. People got away with things they shouldn't have gotten away with. And the Wheel of Fortune is the universe saying, I see what happened, and the wheel turns. And when it turns for someone who survived what you survived, it turns big. And what comes back around is proportional to what went around. And a lot went around. So a lot is coming back. Then the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups here is the emotional destination, complete fulfillment, real joy, the kind that lives in the body, the kind that doesn't require anyone's permission or validation or presence. And what this card in this position is showing me is that the emotional life available to you on the other side of the ambush, the real life, the full life, that I actually feel good in my chest everyday life, is the Ten of Cups. Not as a sometimes thing, as the normal, as the baseline. And the people who came for you wanted to make sure you never felt this. And the Ten of Cups arriving in your cards right now is the universe's answer to that. Then the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles beside the Ten of Cups, both tens together, is the universe going all in on what's coming for you. Because the Ten of Pentacles is the material legacy card, the generational abundance card, the what you build now lasts card. And in this position, it's showing me that what comes from the celebrity energy, from the rise, from the recognition, it builds into something lasting, something real, something that compounds over time. And the people who came for you wanted to make sure you had nothing. And the Ten of Pentacles in your cards right now is the universe's very specific answer to that intention. And then the Oracle card, the universe owes you a return on what you went through. And your guide said it exactly like that. The universe owes you a return. And that word owes is important because it's not charity, it's not luck, it's not things randomly going your way. It's a return on what you invested through surviving, through rising, through the Hermit's Quiet and the Strength card and the Judgment awakening. And the return on that investment is the Ace of Wands igniting and the Wheel of Fortune turning and the Ten of Cups feeling good and the Ten of Pentacles building something that lasts. Drop a comment and say the universe owes me a return, because it does. And it's paying up. Okay, tea leaf cards, 6 of them. Getting really specific. First tea leaf card. A phoenix that didn't know it was a phoenix until it had to be. A phoenix that didn't know it was a phoenix until it had to be. And this is the whole story of this reading in one image. Because a phoenix doesn't choose the fire comes for it. And in the middle of the fire, it doesn't feel like transformation. It feels like burning. And you were in the fire. And you burned. And what came out the other side had wings. And the tea leaf card is showing me something so specific. You didn't know you were a phoenix until the ambush showed you. Until the thing that was supposed to end you revealed what you actually were. And what you actually are is someone who rises from exactly the kind of fire that was set for you. Next tea leaf card. A room that used to hold you back. Empty now. A room that used to hold you back. Empty now. And this image is so specific because the narcissist, the ambush, the dark moon energy, that was a room, a specific room you were kept in, made smaller in. And the room is empty now. You're not in it anymore. And empty doesn't mean abandoned. It means free. It means the room's power over you ended. And what this tea leaf card is showing me is that the leaving happened. Even when it was hard, even when the door felt sealed, even when they tried to convince you the room was home, you got out and the room is empty and you are not coming back. Next tea leaf card. People pointing at you, but this time because you're shining. People pointing at you, but this time because you're shining. And I love this tea leaf card so much because of the but this time. Because before, during the ambush, during the darkness, people were pointing for different reasons. The 5 of Swords reasons. The they play dirty reasons. And the pointing felt like being targeted, like being the subject of something you didn't choose. And the tea leaf card is showing me that the same energy, people pointing, people looking, people paying attention to you, is still happening. But what they're pointing at now is completely different. They're pointing at the light, at the rise, at the celebrity energy, at the phoenix. And this time, you want them looking. Next tea leaf card. The weapons they used against you becoming tools in your hands. The weapons they used against you becoming tools in your hands. And this one, this image, because what the narcissists brought as weapons, the exposure, the chaos, the stripping away, the forcing you into a fire they thought would end you, you picked those up on the other side, and they became tools. The exposure became visibility. The chaos became clarity. The stripping away became the Empress emerging. The fire became the Phoenix's wings, and the weapons they carefully selected to take you down are in your hands now. And they don't work the same way in your hands. In your hands, they build. Next tea leaf card. An audience that grew while they thought you were falling. An audience that grew while they thought you were falling. And this tea leaf card is honestly one of the most vindicating things the guides could show. Because while the ambush was happening, while the narcissists were doing what they were doing, they thought the audience was turning away from you. They thought the room was emptying. They thought the pointing was working against you. And what actually happened while they were focused on taking you down is that people were watching you survive. And surviving in front of people builds an audience in a way that performing never can. And the audience that built while they thought you were falling is the audience that's here now, watching the rise. And it's bigger than anything you could have built without going through what you went through. And the last tea leaf card, a crown that was always yours, finally sitting right. A crown that was always yours, finally sitting right. And your guides saved this for last because it's the most complete truth of this whole reading. The crown was always yours. It wasn't given to you by surviving. It wasn't earned through the fire. It was always there. The ambush just knocked it sideways, made you forget it was on your head, made you spend energy trying to prove you deserved it. And what surviving the spiritual ambush from the narcissists did, what the Judgment Awakening and the Strength card and the Hermit's Quiet and the Sun's Emergence all did, is straighten the crown, and it's sitting right now, and it's not moving again. Okay, Final messages from your guides. 6 cards. What they sent to destroy you became your origin story. What they sent to destroy you became your origin story, and your guides want this to be the first message. Because every celebrity has an origin story, and the good ones, the ones that actually move people, aren't the easy ones. They're the ones where something came for the person and the person didn't fold. And what the narcissist sent to destroy you is your origin story. The specific fire that made the phoenix, the specific darkness that made the sun's emergence mean something, and the celebrity energy coming, the recognition, the visibility, the audience that built while they thought you were falling, all of it is built on that origin story. And it's the most powerful one you could have. Next, final card. Your survival is someone else's permission slip. Your survival is someone else's permission slip. And your guides are so specific here because what you went through, the ambush, the dark, the fire, the rising, someone else is watching that. Someone else who's in a dark moon moment right now. Someone who's in the middle of their own 5 of Swords and watching you survive and rise and come out with the Sun card and the World card and the celebrity energy, it gives them permission to believe they can too. And that's the celebrity energy in its most real form. Not the fame, not the recognition, the permission you give people just by being visible in your survival. And that is what changes lives. Next final card. Don't shrink back down to fit the spaces they built for you. Don't shrink back down to fit the spaces they built for you. And your guides are being so direct here because the narcissists built spaces for a smaller version of you. Spaces that required you to dim the Sun card and ignore the World card and apologize for the Empress. And those spaces still exist in your memory. And sometimes when things get big, when the celebrity energy arrives, when the recognition starts coming, there's a pull to go back, to make yourself smaller again, to fit back into the familiar, even when the familiar was a cage. And your guides are saying, don't. The crown is sitting right now. The sun is fully on. The phoenix has wings. And the spaces they built for you were never big enough for who you actually are. Next final card. The people who were meant to find you, they're finding you now. The people who were meant to find you, they're finding you now. And this is one of my favorite final cards because of how specific it is. Because during the ambush, during the dark moon and the tower and the 5 of Swords, there were people who were meant to be in your life who couldn't find you because the narcissists were blocking the frequency, keeping the signal scrambled. And the celebrity energy, the rise, the visibility, it's clearing the frequency. And the people who were always supposed to find you, the right collaborators, the right loves, the right community, the right audience, they're finding you now. The path to you just got clear, and they're already on their way. Next final card. Save this reading. You're going to want to come back to it. Save this reading. You're going to want to come back to it. And your guides want this moment documented. Save it right now. Bookmark it. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today, because when you share something like this, what comes back to you is tenfold. And come back when the Ace of Wands ignites something new. Come back when the wheel turns visibly in your favor. Come back when the recognition arrives and the audience shows itself. Look back at this moment and understand this is where the cards told you what you survived was your origin story before the world fully saw it. And when you come back, drop a comment and tell us what happened, because it's going to happen and we want to know. And the very last card, they thought they were ending you. They were making you, they thought they were ending you, and they were making you. And your guides saved the most complete truth for last, because that's the whole reading in one sentence. Every card in section 1, the moon's darkness, the tower's collapse, the 5 of swords, dirty fight, that was them thinking they were ending you. And every card in section 2 and 3 and 4, the judgment awakening, the strength revealed, the sun emerging, the world card arriving, the celebrity energy, the ace of wands igniting, the wheel turning, both tens landing. That's what being made looks like. And the narcissists who came for you in the dark, they didn't know they were making you. They thought they were taking something. And what they actually did was build the origin story of someone who was always going to rise. And that someone is you. Okay, so to wrap this whole thing up, and every word of this matters, you became a celebrity after surviving the spiritual ambush from the narcissists. And the cards showed us exactly how. The moon and the tower and the 5 of swords showed us what the spiritual ambush actually was. The judgment card and strength and the hermit showed us what surviving it did to you. The sun and the world and the 6 of wands and the empress showed us the celebrity energy that came out of it. And the ace of wands and the wheel of fortune and the 10 of cups and the 10 of pentacles showed us what's coming for someone who survived what you survived. And the phoenix that didn't know it was a phoenix until it had to be. The room that used to hold you back, empty now. People pointing because you're shining. The weapons becoming tools in your hands. The audience that grew while they thought you were falling. The crown that was always yours finally sitting right. All of it confirming the same thing. What they sent to end you, made you. Claim this loves. Drop a comment and say I survived it. And watch how I rise. And what tried to break me built me instead. Because every word of that is true. And the world is about to see it. Save this reading, share it with someone who needs to hear this today. When you share it, what comes back to you is tenfold, and come back when the recognition arrives. Drop a comment and tell us, because we want to be there when it happens. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps Moonveil Tarot reach more people who need this message. Drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a reading. Thank you so much for being here today. Take really good care of yourself. Wear the crown, stay in the sun, and remember, they thought they were ending you, and they were making you, and the making is just getting started. This is Moonveil Tarot signing off. Bye, loves.